Alright, hey guys, this is Chris. I'm doing a little review today on the Fuji X-T2 that I just purchased a few days ago. Great camera all around, really good camera. I went from my X-T10, the little brother sister of the X-T2, which I got right here. There you go. So this is my previous little X-T10. Those that know this camera is a great camera. Came out a few years ago. It has been following me all over my adventures to take photos all around the world, from LA to Switzerland, where I'm currently, to Italy, Spain, you name it. So I've been moving around a little bit, and I decided to get this bigger, the big brother, the X-T2. I was considering taking the X Pro 2, but I finally decided to take the X-T2. Here we go. All right, so X-T2. Now, the one thing I really like about the X-T2 is the manual controls on top here. All right, so those are great. They added the little click buttons here, see, which will lock the function of the button. So, for example, let's say you're in an event and you want to keep your same ISO because you're outside, you do some testing, you keep your ISO, let's say you want to keep it at 400, so you keep 400, press the button, it doesn't move, locked, stays there, right? Then you have your shutter speed here, you can lock it. I personally never lock those buttons. Now, the great thing I like about this camera is the big increase or evolution from the little smaller X-T10. You have several points. Obviously, you have a greater processor. You have the new processor that's in the whole lineup from X-T20, X-T2, X Pro 2, and so on and so forth. That's the same. You're going to have the same sensor. You're going to get 24 megapixels. No difference on that. You get an extra boost, an extra speed. Adding the battery grip, which is basically a booster, you can see it here, it says normal or boost, will increase the amount of frames per second. You can go all the way to 14 frames per second, which is quite an increase if you're someone who likes to shoot events such as, for example, you can have a sport where you need to be fast, like shooting a horse riding, shooting a car that goes, fast. You need to be able to get lots of shots done in that short amount of time. If you're not that much of a big photographer, you don't necessarily need it. However, it has another big advantage, which is, this is something I didn't know based on reviews, but you will see, you have the battery here, which is a standard normal battery that Fuji uses, and then you have an additional 2 set of batteries here, which will increase the amount of time that you will be able to be shooting out there, which is a big plus. If you consider, for example, shooting a wedding, you need to be able to be out there shooting rather than thinking, how much time does your battery have? The dual slot here. Oh, I have that. There you go. So you got 2 slots to put SD cards. This is really cool because you can split, for example, your JPEGs and your RAW files, or you can just have it as a backup, or you can just switch and swap between them, which can be really useful if, for example, you need to be shooting a lot of photographs, like a lot of photos that need to be used while you shoot. For example, in a marriage, while you want to already go for printings, or you want to, do a kind of a job to get it ready by the end of the day, you can do that by just simply taking your SD card, give it away to someone, or just yourself, take it and process it while you have the other one ready to shoot, which is a great advantage over older models, X-T1, which is obviously a fair comparison to the X-T2. Now you have the weather sealing that did not change. It's sealed, so you can go. Some people say you can go under the rain. Some say it's just weather sealing, which is more for like splash proof Obviously, you're not going to immerse this camera underwater because you would destroy it. However, it is protected. You can go to up to minus 10 degrees Celsius, which is good. That's actually very good, because if you're someone that likes to shoot in winter, you will be able to do so. So that's that for this X-T2 camera. All around, honestly, I would tell you, I would suggest you go for it. It's a great camera. I like to use this 10-24 f4 for landscaping and for events when I need to take, you know, wide shots. A prime lens, 35mm. I would use this more for street photography in combination with my X-T10. But you can obviously use it on the X-T2, which is a great pick as well. It's really fast, really quick. This is an f2, weather resistant, so you have the same ceiling here. It's good. They go in good combination with the new lenses. So if you're, okay, here's the thing. If you're considering to switch between the X-T10, X-T1, and you want to go for a more modern or a more newer, let's say, camera, and you want to consider getting this this model, I would suggest you go for it, honestly, because if it all depends, obviously, what you like to do. Are you part-time, full-time, pro, amateur? What do? You know, if it's just to take photos every once in a while, just keep the one you already have. Now, if you want to increase the quality of your photos, you're going to be doing posters, you're going to be doing albums, you're going to, you know, do some professional work, or simply you want to have a higher resolution image, I would definitely go for this one. It's faster, it's better, it works great. Oh, and before I forget, there's also one thing, which is the tilting screen. So now we're used to Fuji's screen tilting 90 degrees like so. And then you can tilt it down like so. You can also tilt it like this. That's a big plus. You can take photos that way, which can be useful in certain circumstances. For example, for street photography, you can put it like this, you see what you're doing. It's great, it's a plus. Now, there's no touchscreen on the X-T2, which the X-T20 has. X-T20 came out a little bit later, so they probably added that, and the X-T3, if we get an X-T3 one day soon, will probably have a touchscreen, which will be taken from the X-T20. Now, touchscreen can be good or not. I personally don't care about having a touchscreen. I already have an iPhone that has a touchscreen, an iPad, and I don't need to have an additional touchscreen. If you are someone that likes to, you know, use the focus point straight on the camera, on your little dial, your screen, it's good. It can save you time, it can be fun. Now, I personally use the joystick, which is a great additional feature right here. You have a joystick, same for the battery grip. It has a joystick right here. There you go. So you can use that to move the focus points. If you reduce the amount of focus points on the screen and you go for 70, 79, if I don't err, 74, something like that, you have less points. For street photography, it's awesome, so you can go around and it's faster to go across the screen. If you want to use the 300 and plus dots for focus that you have on the screen, you can do that as well. You can also move the square dot by dot. You can move it, you know, by area, bigger area, larger, as you want, the full screen, automatic tracking, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. It's part of Fuji, but I'm not going to go over that. We already know how that works. It's not a cheap camera. It's a bit expensive, but you also feel the, you know, the quality of it. You feel that at the touch that it's an actual, it's a little beast, like it's resistant. You have this one, which now kind of feels like a toy. It has been a great camera for many years, but I wouldn't go back to this because I feel the difference. Maybe the X Pro 2 is the only one I would give, you know, a look at, and otherwise, that's what I suggest. All right, guys, so see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, write any good comments, bad comments, things I should improve, and then I see you in the next video. Thanks, cheers.